Welcome back. This is CBH4K, and this is Chaosgate 2 Daemonhunters. Before we get started, I first say thank you for stopping by. If you could hit the like button if you like this video, and push the subscribe button and join the growing community that I'm building right here. I would also appreciate it. And push the bell icon to let you know when new videos get uploaded. Now, with all that out of the way, let's begin. Alright, so this will probably be the last analysis I do of this live streams until the game comes out, and then I'll just do a live stream. I decided not to do an upload on the day it comes out. I decided to just do a straight up live stream on the day it comes out. So it'll probably come in probably a few hours. I want to play it for a bit, get into it, and plus I have to upload it, so it'll take a few minutes. But I'll also probably be doing a couple, maybe one live stream before it, like a test live stream to see how it goes. I'll probably pick a game at random and live stream it real fast for a few hours. So keep your eyes open for that if you're curious. And also, in this live stream, they did mention, on the developer live stream, they mentioned that this is the final build, that this isn't the final build, but it's close to it and is subject to change. So everyone keep that in mind before we begin on this analytical look at the the current live stream that I'm looking at right now. I won't do the ones that come after it. There's two more that come after it, and one the next week at basically Wednesday, and another one on release day. So I will hold off on doing those unless they do something particularly interesting or very indifferent. Then I will look at it. But for now, it's a pass right now. It's a bit of a pass. All right. First up, let's talk about the strategic layer. And there was a number of they made a number of announcements about the strategic layer on this live stream. There were servitors and prognosticators. I'm probably saying that right, but we'll call them progs for now. Progs are they're sort of like the hyperwave or shadow chamber from the XCOM games. They predict things about the mission that you're going to go into, so you're going to see how many enemies are there, what type of bloom you're going to be dealing with, more. But you're going to have to, it's like a resource. You're going to have to get them from missions and various other places. You're going to have to requisition them, I'm guessing. They didn't, I think they mentioned a few places you can get them, but they weren't really too specific on them. Then they mentioned the different types of bloom. You can, they moved on to the star map, and they looked at where you're on the star map. I like the star map. It's pretty cool. I like there's a little bit of a warp storm there, so you can't just fly to that area. You're going to have to get some special upgrade for your ship in order to get past those warp storms, or you just have to wait for them to dissipate. And then also you get to spend time on it, like days or something like that. There is a progress of time on the map, so I'm guessing you're going to have to hit the fast forward button, or you're going to move through hyperspace or something like that. So it's always I'm a little interested in I'm actually really interested in the strategic layer. Now that's a good thing, because the strategic layer is one of the things that's going to sell it, because it's a tactical game and a strategic game. So you're going to have the very micro of the tactical battles and the big macro of the strategic layer. The strategic layer has to be interesting, or the game's going to suffer it and an overall sort of thing, because you're just going to have one game mode that you're really interested in. The other game mode is whatever. And the reason why XCOM does so well as a game is because both modes sort of link up together and they play off of each other. And they are doing that here too. They didn't go into too much detail about the benefits of doing research on the bloom, but you don't do it like XCOM where you research new weapons, research new armor. You have to requisition those from completing missions and various other way. On the other way, they didn't really mention that, which which is okay. I'm guessing they're keeping that close to vest until the big release day, which I'm actually getting more interested in as we go along. I wouldn't say I can't wait for the big day, but I am rather excited for it. But I have been disappointed before. That's why I wouldn't recommend people pre-order anything until they're sure of it. They wait till someone like me or somebody like they trust plays it and tells them, like, look, it's pretty good. Heck yeah, you should go play it. Okay, one last thing, then we'll move on to other things on about the live stream. The last thing was the Manufactorum, which is basically where you rebuild the ship, you rebuild the barracks, you can get the weapons and the power systems upgraded. Also, they had a little bit of fun with us on the Exterminatus ability. They didn't really show it, they didn't really talk about it, but if you're a Warhammer 40k fan, I'm guessing you're going to be excited to issue your very first Exterminatus in this game. I hope they did it justice. I think they did do it justice. I can't really tell you for sure that they did justice, but from the way they were talking about it and the way they've been other people who had access to the demo have been talking about it, I think they did justice. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Now on to advanced classes. First up, I really like the fact that you're upgrading troops from your own roster of troops that perform well and they somehow get upgraded. Even though they didn't tell me on full details, I prefer upgrading my own soldiers to be like these super advanced classes, rather than what XCOM 2 did, and they just had you had to get these soldiers from a different faction and they would be this upgraded troop. And that's also, Fink's Point is kind of guilty of that too. You would have to find these troops from different factions. You can spec into this later in Fink's Point, so I thought that was a nice little addition. And I kind of like what they did here. You can upgrade one of your troops into one of these. And I thought that was very fascinating. So let's go down a list of the advanced classes. There's the Purifier, the Paladin, the Chaplain, and the Librarian. Each had a unique look and ability tree. I liked what they said in the live stream, that the Chaplain doesn't take their helmet off for no reason. Like, I think it was either the Chaplain or the Paladin that does that, and I kind of like that. I like that certain classes will not take their helmet off, and other classes will have their helmet off. That adds a uniqueness to the classes that it might have been lacking otherwise if they didn't think to do that. So that gets like an up for me. That gets a thumbs up for me. They also said it will be kind of difficult to make a squad of advanced classes, just purely advanced classes, because they are rare and hard to get. I kind of like that too. It makes them like the super classes. But they also said the other classes have abilities that you're going to need, like the Apothecary. He's the only class that can heal. So the other classes, if you get injured and you're missing an Apothecary, then you're just going to have an injured Green Knight. You're going to have to carry through the rest of the mission. Side note, I liked the crackling lightning on the sword. That was awesome. I approve of that. Again, another thumbs up. Okay, now let's talk about other things that that was on the live stream. Some units can switch to range or switch to melee. I thought that was nice. You don't have to have a melee only class. They can switch it up and they become ranged as well, and vice versa. You don't have to have only range. You can switch them up to have melee. That sounds pretty good. Is it true for all of them? I don't know. I would have to look at it. But just hearing that was a nice little, like, okay. Also, enviro damage. As you can aim it in a direction, you can have a special, like, an animation for it. It's fun to watch. It's fun to pull off. I can't wait to get my hands on it. Yeah. I can already tell it's fun to pull off, just the way they were just giddy with knocking that pillar down. I can already tell. Also, I think the melee is better implemented here than it is in XCOM. Like, you can retreat more with it. You can when you use melee in XCOM 2, you're just sort of stuck out in the open. Here you can, if you plan it out right, you can have a one last like action point to move out of there just and into proper cover. It's a nice like advanced retreat sort of strategy that you can use here. All right. And then my analysis of the live stream. I thought it was a good live stream. It got me excited. It showed off the right amount of things that we need to know about the game to get us wanting to get our wallets out and wanting to purchase it. And yeah, it's excellent. Well, that does it for me. I'm CBH4K, and this has been Chaosgate 2, Daemonhunters, and I'll catch you in the next one. Please remember to hit that like button, press the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications of my new stuff coming up, and leave a comment if you want more stuff like this. I'll see what I can do. Later.